Alright guys, welcome back to another little video. Today I will be showing you guys how to swap out your valves on your head. We're gonna teach you guys how to swap these out. It's not too hard. I used to do them back in the day with some with just a socket and a hammer. But nowadays, if you go to Harbor Freight, you know, O'Reilly's will not have this tool, nor AutoZone. But if you go to Harbor Freight, you know, your local Harbor Freight store. Yeah, like I said, if you go to your local Harbor Freight store, they do have these in stock. They also have the smaller version, but the smaller version just, it holds on to the actual spring. But like on this type of head, you know, since the valves are in there pretty deep, that other one will not work for this. So you do need something like this one. Let me see. You see? Yeah, like I said, you will need your valve spring compressor like this one. And it's honestly not expensive at all. I looked it up on the O'Reilly website. And on the O'Reilly's website, you can get something similar to this for about $100. But this one at Harbor Freight, and it works really good actually. It locks in too. I got it for $65 and some change. So like I said, it's not bad. And I'm gonna do my best to try to show y'all kind of how to. Let me see what's the best way. Well, I guess let me see how I can kind of show y'all how I do this. So a lot of y'all don't know this or may not know this, you know. Well, anyways, what I like to do is I like to grab a flathead screwdriver like this, fill it up with a little bit of grease, not too much, you know, just a little bit. Fill it up, and then you're gonna grab your little shims from either or side. You know, just grab them, make sure they're facing the right way that you need it to. And this is how I put it on my screwdriver, like that. Okay, now what we're gonna do here, I'm gonna go ahead and set this camera down really quick. But what I normally do is just shove it in there. You see, right in there. And you got to put it on that little valve right there. So yeah, just give me a second. I'll show you guys kind of what it looks like afterwards. Okay. So I got it just like that. Let me see if I can try to zoom in a little bit. You see, that's how you got to place it up in there into the valve. And then you're slowly but slowly going to release your spring. Well, your tool, you're gonna release this, and then once you release it, you know, it'll look like that, you know, because you got to put a little bit of grease, that way the shims stick to the valve. But as you can see, I've already done a couple, you know. But yeah, that's just a little heads up for anybody who wants to learn how to swap out some valves.